Hey, everybody. Today is Friday. So the people that are working that 9 to 5, I hope you're ready for your weekend, enjoying it with friends and family or whatever you've got planned for that weekend. But we have some exciting things happening here today as we have an amazing panel. And if you tag in every week, you definitely know who we are. If not, I am going to, of course, introduce really quickly. We have Darren on my left-hand side, and then and of course we have the man Jeremy, and Jeremy year of travel with his beautiful wife Jess, and they had some great things happening in personal lives as well as business lives as they were out there, but now he's got a bit of a cold, so we're hoping his voice is going to hold out for us because he does have a lot of stuff to touch on, and what we call this one is free. Okay, we're going to just keep you guys up to date where we need to keep you up to date, fill you in all different places in the company. If it's coming about, like goals, paid to post, and maybe doing a little bit of housekeeping. So I know that Jeremy has a lot to share, so I'm going to actually just hand it right to the man and let him go for it. There you go. Jeremy, it's all yours.
Thanks, Tyra. I do apologise if I run out of steam at points, because I got off the we've lost Darren, so I don't know what's happened to Darren. But I got off the coming back from New York to London. I flew into Heathrow. I got a bit of the lights behind me, so I do apologise, because you're meant to have the light in front of you. So I maybe switch this light on over here as well. Let me bear with me. Let's get a bit of light on the scene off of there. Yeah. So anyway, coming back from New York, it was only a 6.5 hour flight, or 5.5 hours, I forget now. But as you're flying back, feel this grogginess coming on. And I got off the plane with a cold, and I got on at the other end with a complete, full of health. It was fantastic at the other end. Maybe it's because my body's sad that I left New York, because I haven't let go. I've still got my New York t-shirt on. I know Darren will be proud of that, because he's a guy from New York, lives in Texas now, but he's been born and bred over that way. But anyway, we do miss New York, but we are glad to be home. I'm at my sister's house at the moment, because this weekend is my dad's birthday today. And this weekend we've got the family coming in. We've got my sister here from Italy and her husband. We're just going for a dinner and stay in a hotel for the night, and then get up and have a Sunday breakfast. So Saturday we're going to the hotel. So we're just having a thing for my dad. He's maturing years. I'm not going to tell you how old he is, because he don't like me to tell, because he says, if you tell him how I am, they'll think I'm crackers. And he ain't crackers. He's got all his marbles. He's a very edgy, I love him to bits. So we're going to have a family weekend this weekend. So I'm hoping tomorrow that I got rid of this, because I'm down in the night nurse and the day nurse and all the other stuff that you can down. In be able to have a few glasses of wine tomorrow, because otherwise, if I drink wine right now, I wouldn't taste it, would I? I wouldn't taste a thing, But anyway, I'm not going to ramble on too much about my family's party and things like that, but I just thought I'd like to fill you in with that. And I don't know if you watched the last hangout. I forget what's Wednesday's hangout. I was on the aeroplane, 33,000 feet, and we were broadcasting, and the air stewardess come. You're not allowed to do that, sir. She said, ever since when I had to switch off, I'm not allowed to do a live video broadcast from an aeroplane. She said, you can surf the net, you can do anything, but you can't do a video broadcast. And then after I shut down my computer, shut down the hangout, I asked her, she said, it's all to do with 9/11, so it's security. It was American Airlines, which, you can understand. You can really understand all that. But I thought, amazing. I had 5 minutes maybe that I was on the hangout. And I want to thank these people on this panel. What a fantastic hangout it was. Can you believe I'm out of a job? Because the hangout was and Darren's presentation, fantastic. So I want to thank you guys for doing. What I can't afford to do is not be on more hangouts, because otherwise you'll forget who I am, and you'll end up, and that is it. And my business will go under the ground, because everybody will say, "Who, Jeremy? Who's he?" So thanks guys for the fantastic hangout. Now, what I want to do is, because I want to do a little bit of house cleaning, because, and I'm going to do a little presentation, and we're going to talk about Zoukle Gold as well. But one thing is I'm a disliker of things. There's not many things that I'm a disliker of, actually, you know, because a mentor of mine that, you know, when I started working online, 2004, and I met a mentor online that I followed, and in 2011, and at the point that I followed him, I used to be angry. I used to be angry about the programs that I went into, and I used to be angry about why I couldn't earn any money. And when I got with this mentor, you know, he put a challenge to me, and he said, I want you to, for the next 7 days, is not to complain about anything. He says, and if you fail, it's okay to fail. He said, if you get to day 2 and, you know, you're out in your car and someone jumps out in front of you, you know, nudges you out and or cuts you up, he says, and you complain, he said, start the 7 days again. You know, so I want to ask you the same thing, actually. I would ask you to do 7 days without complaining. You know, even if, you know, like Jamie's got a cat, you know, the cat, he probably walks in the living room sometimes and the cat attacks him and puts the claws in his leg. And instead of complaining, Jamie, I'm sure you don't, because I know how successful you are in business. But, you know, if the cat jumps on you, or the wife or the husband, the boyfriend, the kids, you know, because, you know, when my kids were little, they used to, the house would be wrecked. I mean, Tara's probably got this now, you know, especially with teenagers. You know, their house is wrecked, and if you say to them, make your own lunch, that's the worst thing you could do, because when you come back, you think you've had a party in the kitchen, you know. And I used to complain to my kids, put that in the sink and put that in the dishwasher and put the butter away, and until this guy said to me, for 7 days, and I eventually got to that stage where I could not complain for 7 days. And then he said to me, now you've done it for 7 days, do it for 30. When you've done it for 30 days, he said, do it for the rest of your life. Try not to complain. And I do sometimes, I must admit, there's certain things that I dislike. And I dislike negativity. I dislike people that, you know, if they say, oh, I would say the glass is half full. No, it's not, it's half empty. You know, and it's like, oh, I've got 3 people in my business. Yeah, well, you need another 50,000, don't you, before you're going to be making money? Or I'm a realist. I'm not quite sure what a realist is. You know, it's a bit like a realist standing on the side of you know, just at the start of a marathon, and all the people are there, and his friends there getting all warmed up to run that marathon. He says, you know how long you got to go? Another 26 miles, and you ain't even started yet. Wait till that gun goes off, and when you get round that corner, it's pouring with rain. And there's a tree that's fell over on the front of the track. You've got to jump over that, and everybody else will be trying to jump over. You're never going to make it. That's a realist. That's what they call themselves. They look for all the problems. Wouldn't it be much better to stand on the sidelines and encourage your friend? Encourage them that they've got the courage to stand on that start line to begin with. Because any race that you start to run begins with you. Begins with you. You cannot run a race if you haven't got the mindset to say, I can do this. Yeah, of course, you need the fitness power, and you need to work out in the gym and maybe do a few practice runs of a marathon, because it's a mammoth task to get to, you know, 26 miles, I think it is, a marathon. You know, it's just phenomenal that people would even consider, because I know for myself, I could probably fail hands down, because I'd get 10 yards off that start line, you know, and being a bit round and all that and a bit heavy, I probably wouldn't get that far. So if you're going to email me and tell me you're a realist, or you're going to email me and tell me all the negative things and the positive, all the problems that are happening with this and with happening with that, I'm not interested. I'm just going to block you. I've had enough of it. I've had enough of people doing this for me. And this is, I want to come now straight into, because, you know, when I got that email to say that I'm a realist, you know, I thought, I didn't understand what that means. I think it means I look for the problem. That's what I do. I look for the problem. I don't look for the solution, because my dad would say to me, don't tell me the problem, give me the solution, because we already know the problem. You know, and if you was to, you think, you know, if we go back, not that I want to, you know, undermine wars or anything like that. Nobody likes a war. But if you go back into the last World War, we had a thing called D-Day, Deliberation Day, where practically every boat and little rowing boat, everything got and went across the channel to pick up the soldiers that were stranded on the beaches of France, that were sort of going to be into that position where they would lose their lives. But everybody rallied together. Nobody stood on that beach in the UK and said, oh, you're going to go across the channel in that to pick up soldiers that are stranded? I'm a realist, mate. You ain't going to make it. Didn't do it, did they? They said, I'm going to go across that channel and I'm going to pick them soldiers up that are stranded on that beach in France and I'm going to bring them back here. And lo and behold, they brought back so many soldiers that could have lost their lives. Because they were stranded on them beaches in France. Good job that realist that writes to me wasn't the captain of any of them ships, because maybe things could have been a completely different outcome. And my own father was in that position where he's being rescued off the beaches in France, and the realists would have said, can't be done, won't be done. You've got to look, the sea's too rough, the waves are up here, your boat's only little. You're going to get squashed. You're going to get filled up before you even get out of the harbour. But they didn't. People have a positive attitude, because I'll tell you this now. I used to own pubs, okay? And I was what we call in England as a doorman, and that's the people that if somebody gets into a fight, you separate them and throw them out. Now, it always seems to be, when I had pubs, it always seemed to be the same people fighting each other. The same anger. They could walk down the road and you could just see them coming towards you. The anger's pouring out of them. Anger. And if you've got that in your mind, anger, you're going to encounter anger all your life. And a great one that I love was, I'm not sure if it was Napoleon Hill or Zig Ziglar, but it's a great quote. And I do believe it was Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill said, your mind is like a farmer's field. He said, if you take the farmer's field and you put deadly nightshade seeds in it, harvest, you'll have deadly nightshade that you're going to reap. He said, if you have the same field, he said, in the following year, you put corn into it. He said, come harvest, you'll have corn. The field doesn't care what you plant in it. Whatever you plant, it will give you back. The same as your mind. If you plant anger, and if you plant negativity and you're always moaning and you're always complaining, everything in your life always seems to go wrong and you always seem to be blaming somebody else because of the seed that you planted in your mind. I don't care what's happened in your life. Myself, I've been through my wasteland. I lost my son. He died at the age of 18. I could give up everything of my life, but you don't. You go on. Other people have lost loved ones in their life, but you don't give up, do you? Yes, you're upset, but you carry on. If you plant deadly nightshade and anger and negativity and realism, if that's what you want to call it, into your mind, you're always going to be looking for the problem. You're always going to be coming up against the angry people. You're always going to have in your life exactly what you've got now, because your mind is not changed. You're planting the wrong seed. Two books, I beg you to go and read. One of them, I've got the audio and I'm going to split it up into, I've already started splitting it up. Rich. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Don't just buy the book and read the book. Buy the book and study it, because it's easy to read. It's easy to read and not study and not understand. You can sit there and cite, people do it. They go to church. I'm not got anything against people that's religious. And I used to do it. I used to go to Sunday school and I do the Lord's Prayer. Our Father art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. And you just bang, 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 bang. Ask me what it means. Just reciting it. I wasn't listening. I wasn't taking it in. As I got older in life, and one of my family members said to me, what does it actually mean? Dissect it. Talk about it. What that sentence is that the Lord's Prayer says. And listen to it. And I understood it in a completely different way from what I did when I was a kid. So if you go out and buy the book, Think and Grow Rich, read it and study it, okay? That's the first book I'd say you want to go and buy. And another book I would say is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I would certainly go and read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, because it shows you the point of negativity and positivity. It gets that across perfect. And the thing is, it's true. It happened in real life. So they're two fantastic books, but I beg you to go out and buy. And I would say the third one The third one, because I'm a dyslexic person, let me just tell you this. I'm dyslexic. I can't really read that well. I got the audios. Okay, I got the audios and I listen to the audios because if I read anything, you just, well, cut up an orange and shove it in my eyes because that's as much attention I'll take. But I listen to the audios. You can get them on YouTube. Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and The Secret. Go and look at those books. Get them in your mind. Get them in your mind because I've got one of those books on audios and I'm going to be sending them out in emails free because I'm not reselling it. I don't have reseller rights. I'm just going to give them away and you don't have to opt into any landing page or anything like that. This is just a book that I want to do a little video each time so that you understand the paragraph or the sentence that you're actually, the chapter that you're reading and you know what it's about. So I want to share my screen. Let me know when you see my screen, guys. You got that? Fantastic. So I'm going to get my little slide up and I want to show you that this, okay? Now, is it okay to fail? Is it okay to fail? Well, every successful book that you ever read, if you go to a seminar, any life coach that you go and talk to, you know, people that have been successful, they will tell you that just about entrepreneurs see failure as a stepping stone towards success. Now, the people in this picture at the bottom, I'm going to go through each one, and there's another one that I want to cover that's not in this picture, which I will a little bit further as we go through the slide. Now, this guy here, Nick Woodham, go and Google him, young guy. You probably know if you don't know him, okay, GoPro, the cameras, you know them cameras where people jump out of aeroplanes and all that. This guy was a B-rated student, okay? He was always surfing, never went to school or anything like that, and he failed and failed and failed and failed. Look at how much he's worth now. 1.7, what's that, billion dollars? $1.7 billion, and he kept on failing time and time again. But did he give up? Of course he didn't. He enjoyed himself. He's a great young lad, but he's a man of wealth now, a man of wealth because his invention that he got was the GoPro camera. Now, I'm sure that you've heard of Bill Gates, you know, and before being the richest person, because he's probably the richest man on the planet. Now, I haven't just got this stuff out of, plucked it out of thin air. I researched a slide that I did some time ago, and I thought this is a great slide to bring back out. You know, he's worth 72 billion. He's the richest man entrepreneur on the planet, okay? But Gates was a failing entrepreneur. When he started out before Microsoft was born, he used to do data processing and all that, and he tried to sell that to the local governments, and he failed because it didn't work. Everybody around him said, "Give it up." It's not to give up. Look at Bill Gates today. All the failures he did, he see them as success to get into the next, to get into success. Like all the failures got him nearer, stepping stones, as I said earlier, stepping stones to get into success. $72 billion. When I made this slide, I think this slide is about 4 or 5 years old now. I made this slide a long time ago. Then I want to say, I don't know if you know this guy, Dyson. You know, he's the inventor of the Dyson vacuum cleaner. And look at his net worth. Look at his net worth. I don't know what that is, whether that's true now, whether he's probably gone up a lot more than that now. But do you know, he made 5,127 prototypes, and all of which are considered to be failed attempts until he actually got to the Dyson cleaner that you'd know today, which is a famous, certainly here in the UK, and I'm sure it is in the US because I believe James Dyson is from the US. Now, what about Bill Gates? What about Steve Jobs? Sadly, we lost Steve, an amazing entrepreneur. But, we all know him for Apple. But what about life before Apple? Do you ever know a company there, the Lisa? Probably you've never heard of that. You probably don't even know what it is. Steve Jobs spent millions of dollars developing it, and it failed before Apple was the success it is today. Now, he failed, spent millions of dollars failing. He even got sacked from his own company. But did he ever give up? Of course he didn't. And this is one of my favourites. It's Richard Branson, because what I love about Richard, if you know him that well, he's an Englishman, okay? And, you know, if I asked you today, would you be interested in having a share in his companies, okay? Now, before Richard became successful, Mr. Branson became successful, do you know that he's dyslexic? He's like myself. This is why I look up to this guy, I really do. He couldn't read hardly. He's very poor at reading. Mathematical skills, he'll tell you, I've watched YouTube videos of him, he says, you know, he can just about count the fingers on his hands. And, you know, he was a dropout from his high school. Okay. But look what he went on to achieve. And look at his net worth. He's got companies, Virgin Atlantic, which fly from here to America. He's got Virgin Money, which can have a loan from him. He's got Virgin Media. He's got Virgin Trains. He's got Virgin Mobile, USA. Virgin Mobile in Australia. Virgin Mobile in the UK. He's got Virgin radio stations across the world. And of course, his first love was Virgin Music. Now, look at all of the things that this man has achieved. And he's not achieved them in just, you know, everybody knows about one of these products. Somebody knows about these products, okay? But take the word Virgin away from it. Take the Virgin, well, Atlantic, you wouldn't maybe know that that's an aircraft company, okay? But that's an aircraft company. Virgin Money, well, you obviously realise it's something to do with money. Media, it's obviously a trains. Well, it's obviously a trains he's in. Mobile, that's a cell phone, as you call it in the US. Radio stations, and of course, recording studios. Is he a jack of all trades and master of none? Is he a jack of all trades? Because people I've seen posts where, yeah, but the jack of all trades springs to mind here with Zookle, because they're bringing out, you know, Zookle Gold, they're bringing out Pay to Post, they're bringing out funnels, and they're bringing out Zookle Ad Network. This is their jack of all trades, master of none. Unbelievable. The fact of the matter is, most of the people you see in Forbes list of richest people in the world take enormous risks to get where they are. And that almost means lots of failures, because all of these entrepreneurs I've showed you just now is always constantly, before they came the people they are today, they failed until they get to success, because every failure is a stepping stone to success. Okay, now you could say, for the rich people, you could say, it's easy for them. It was their parents. They were lucky. They're probably in a secret society. They may be even controlled by aliens. They've got something that I ain't got. The reality is, 73 out of the top 100 billionaires that are in the world are self-made. Okay, and that's a fact. There's no conspiracy going on. They just work harder than what you do. Now, my favourite is this guy here. And I would have loved to have met this guy. I would have loved, I'm sure you know him, Thomas Edison. Now, he's an inventor of thousands of failed inventions. Of course, he had many inventions that were successful. But every invention that he failed on, and every invention that he succeeded on, again, would you say he's a jack of all trades and a master of none, just because he tried more than one thing? And this is the thing that I love the most. Thomas Edison's teachers said that he's too stupid to learn anything. Go and Google this on Wikipedia, okay? This, again, is an old slide. He was fired from his first two jobs. As an inventor, Edison made 1,000 unsuccessful attempts inventing the electric light bulb. And when a reporter asked him, how did it feel to fail 1,000 times? How did it feel to fail 1,000 times? Look at the answer this man gave. I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work. How many times that reporter must have looked at him with a jaw that dropped on the floor, because he was like the the realist or the negative person, because he wanted to find a hole in this man. And even when he was fronted with that question, to have failed 1,000 times, I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that will not work for the light bulb that I'm going to invent and that's going to illuminate the world. I mean, I just think this man, I would love to have been on the planet at the same time as this guy. I think he would be oozing confidence, oozing with positivity. And he didn't allow that negative thought to come into his head that the realist was maybe talking to him about. So who is Jeremy Rush? Well, Jeremy Rush is the CEO of Zookle, because that's me. Zookle is an internet marketing company. Okay, we're also developers. We build, everything that we build, every website that we own is all built in-house. We don't buy script off a shelf. It's all custom built to the needs, what I believe fits into the marketplace today. It's members to work from home, online, and to have access to multiple streams of income. Now, I'm going to come back over to the Hangout, because let me just stop this. I'm hoping that, that little presentation, and go and Google all those people. Go and Google all those people, because these people, every of them I admire, every one of them long to be, every one of them, and especially Thomas Edison, because I think that man just oozed with positivity. And I'll say this to you, if you've got somebody, because I've had it in my life, and I don't tolerate it anymore, but if you've got somebody, or many, in your life that are like this in your ear all the time, that won't work, that'll fail, you can't do that, it's impossible, that's a scam, that's it. Get rid of them. Get rid of those people. If they're friends with you on Facebook and you put a post and they make one negative comment, delete them, block them, get them out of your life. Because I tell you this now, your mind is like a farmer's field. If you allow that negativity into that field, that deadly nightshade, just one seed can spread like wildfire. Get rid of it. Get it out of your life, because it'll kill you. It will kill you. It will stop you reaching your dreams. And again, I don't know who it is, and I apologise. And it was, in actual fact, I remember it in a film, and I don't know where it come from. And it was a musical, I think I watched, and it might have been with, I can't remember, but it was maybe The Sound of Music. It might have been him. And the chorus was, how can you have a dream come true if you don't have a dream? If you don't have that goal in your life to say, well, I want to get somewhere, I want to do it, doesn't matter what the dream is. If you can't live your life and be dreamful, them dreams will never ever come true. And the minute you allow that bit of negativity, it's like a cancer. It just takes over your body. It takes over your body. If you've got anybody, whether it's a family or a friend, or somebody you're just connected with on Facebook, if they're constantly making little, what I call sarcastic remarks or double barrel meanings, and make a comment on your post, or they nag at you when you go down the pub, change. Get them out of your life, because I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're going to suck all your energy out, and they're going to be happy. Because I used to smoke, and I can remember when I gave up smoking, my friends would go to the pub, yeah, come on, have a fag, go on, you get that, one won't hurt you. And if you're a drinker, go down the pub and say, I'm giving up drink, and sit there with a bottle of water and see how many people want to buy you a drink. And you think, hold on a minute, I was in here last week, and when I was a drinker, not one of you wanted to put your hand in your pocket and buy me a beer. But now I said I'm giving it up, you want to buy me a beer. Why? Because they want to see you fail. You want to give up smoking, and you tell everybody, they want to see you fail. Have a fag, have a cigar. You can't do it, it's impossible. You've been smoking too long. Get them out of your life. Get rid of them. Because if you let them in your life and you let them stay in your life, you can end up like them. Look at them like you're looking in the mirror. Look at them. Not saying how they look, whether they're handsome, beautiful, or ugly, or pretty, or whatever. But look at them and look at their life and say, do I really want to be like that person? Is that what I want to be? Is that the reflection that I want to have in my life? No. Get them out of your life. Get rid of them. I'm going to start from this month. I see one negative post on any of my posts, you're out. I don't want to know. And let me tell you this. Zoukle is a business that is succeeding, and it will carry on succeeding. Because I'll tell you why. My belief system says to me, it's not going to fail. It's not going to fail. And I'll tell you this as well. That I'm talking to you, watching this hangout. Do you have a choice? Do you have a choice to cross the road or stay on this side of the road? Do you have a choice whether you drink zero Coke or Coca-Cola? Do you have a choice to eat loads of candy, or do you have a choice to eat fruit? You have all the choices in the world. Do you need to be inside Zoukle? Is anybody forcing you? No, they're not. If you don't like it, get a refund and get out. Go and join another company. This company is not stopping for one single person, because 99.9% of the people that are in this business have the strong belief system I have. 1% of idiots. 1% of idiots that all they do is look for problems and find the problem that doesn't exist. It exists in one place and one place only, in their head, right here. And every program they go in, they scam me out my money. Next program, they it wasn't my fault. The tools didn't work. Next program, the processor wasn't no good. They need to stand up, look themselves in the mirror and say one thing. Every time I fail, who's there? You. If you fail, you're there. Everybody fails. All those entrepreneurs I told you, that I showed you there in that presentation. Edison, look at him, the failure he had 1,000 times before he got that light bulb correct. Did he ever turn around and say, failure, I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Most of you watching this hangout, you either live in the UK, you live in the US or Canada, Australia, New Zealand. The people, the forefathers said, I'm giving up. They wouldn't be the countries they are today. They'd probably speak in another language. Get rid of negative people in your head, because it will suck you in and it will finish you. I'm going to have a drink of water, Tara, and I'm going to hand that back over to you.
Woo! That was great. That was great.
That was absolutely right on the nose, Jeremy. With all the years that I've been in this industry and all the years that I have focused and worked really, really hard at getting to where I am in this industry, very much so, it all has to do with mindset. It all has to do with what you're putting in and who you're surrounding yourself with. Have I had failures in my life? Absolutely. Every single one of us on this panel have had failures. And we're going to keep having the odd one here and there, but we're going to overcome. And we're going to take this company to the top no matter what. So it's going to be your choice. Do you want to be a part of it, or do you not want to be a part of it? That's going to be your choice. And, you know, just stop. Just stop. It's your choice. Am I going to complain, or am I going to look at the benefits? Am I going to look at maybe a solution, right? I mean, all the years of me, you know, working out at the gym and all that stuff, how many times have I heard, I'm going to come with you. I'm going to come with you. Well, I can't make it today. Well, I can't make it today. Well, I can't make it today. I could have made the excuse, well, you know what? I'm not going to go today either. I may as well just sit back and have a fat ass. And, you know, I don't have anybody joining me. So, hey, why not? You get what you have in your life for what you put into it. And I could say that in a lot of parts of my life, not just fitness, but I can say it relationships and all of every aspect of my life. And I'm sure that you can too. So everything Jeremy said definitely generates with me. Another thing is The Secret. Sit down and watch that movie. That movie will really hit home and open your eyes to what you can have. So I'm going to hand it right over to Darren. as I'm sure Darren is full of something to say, as he always is. So all yours, Darren.
Thank you, Tara. I am super excited, man. Jeremy, we needed that. You know, one thing about life, we like to be patted on the back. We like to hear the good things. We like to be encouraged. But sometimes, guess what? We have to be told when we're not doing what we should be doing. It's just like with your kids when they're growing up, right? You give them love, you give them affection, you want to see them doing positive, but when they're out of line, you got to be that great parent and put them back in their place. And so what Jeremy is getting at, I'm going to add my little 2 cents to this. In the OLF, it is for positive comments, encouragement, and tips on how to be successful and to boost our business. Now, I'm a firm believer that negative publicity is good publicity, okay? So you have a YouTube channel, you have a Facebook wall, anything you want to say negative, post it on your YouTube channel, post it in your Facebook wall. When it comes to the One Link family, the panel that you see here, and the positive members within our community, we don't want to hear from you, okay? Bottom line, we don't want to hear from you. And you always hear me say, and I love what Jeremy did there, we needed that training. That training encouraged me so much. Look how many times this man tried to create the perfect vacuum cleaner. It's the Dyson. Look how many times Thomas Edison failed with the light bulb. I had no idea about those failures. I knew they had failures, but I didn't know the extent of those failures until we got that training from Jeremy. And here's another thing. Where online do you get the type of training that we provide here? Where online are you getting this training 3 times a week? Let me help you out and answer that question. Nowhere. And if you are, please show me. I want to see where you're getting it from. But guys, this is the deal. We are together here to ensure the success of this company. At this point, you are either with us or you're not. Because guess what? People are going to join Zuku. Zuku will go on with you or without you. I've said it 1,000 times. Don't get off the train. Because I already know that you retain some, you lose some, and some join new. That's business. Some are going to leave, some are going to just be coming in, and some are going to stay the course. You need to decide who you are and what you're going to do. Okay? You have a choice. Everybody in life, if we have one thing in common, we have a choice. If I decided that this business was not for me, it would be very unprofessional of me to try to drive others to think the way I think. I have a choice. I just leave. I don't have to put negative posts about the company, the owner. I just leave. You have your own form. You have a Facebook page, post on your wall. You have a YouTube channel, post, make videos, do whatever you want to do on your channel. Talk about us, say whatever you want to say. But when it comes to the One Link family, man, we're trying to save lives. We've got too many lives that we're trying to save to be worried about a few bad apples. So we're telling you right now, you're going to be removed and you're going to be blocked. So that clears that up. I hope everybody understands where we're coming from, and we needed this today, and I'm glad Jeremy addressed it. Now, we need to talk about gold. We need to talk about Zuku Gold. Now, I've been doing a lot of research, man, since we've been looking at gold. I was a gold rookie. I didn't know too much about gold, but in the last few months, I've been learning some powerful stuff about gold, guys. And I just want to share a few things that I wrote down here in these notes. Throughout history, no paper currency has survived in its original form. So we all know that paper currency is on the downfall. The US dollar, where I'm from, here in the United States, has declined over 90%. I didn't say 90% since 1950. That's a lot of years, guys, of going the wrong direction, declining, okay? When governments are under financial pressure, they can never resist printing more money. Every time the government is facing issues, they print more money. And in the long run, it's putting the government and the decline of the dollar deeper in debt. Okay, this is one that blew me away. The specific characteristics of gold makes it the most safe, attractive investment for storing wealth. Gold stored outside of the banking system, not in the bank. You don't bring gold to a bank. Listen to me now. Gold stored outside of the banking system. Man, Jeremy, I'm going to put some bars under my pillow. Gold that is stored outside of the banking system. Jamie, I'm going to put gold under my mattress. Tara, gold that is stored outside the banking system, Tara, I'm going to put gold in my cabinets, okay? Because you can't bring gold to the bank. Gold, which is stored outside of the banking system, is a solid foundation of wealth. And you guys always hear me talk about the solid foundation. So gold is a solid foundation, guys. And look at this. Paper money, individual, sooner or later returns to, I hope you can see that. Can you guys see that? It's going to return to zero. Zero. Guys, Zuku Gold, that's why the mindset is so important. Zuku Gold is coming. You have to stay with this company. I'm telling you, if you get off this train, Zuku Gold, Zuku Ad Network, Zuku itself as a company, okay, paid to post. If you get off this train, listen to me. I don't care if earnings are slow, earnings are fast, earnings is moving at a very steady pace. I don't care what the earnings are doing in this company. If you get off this train, and man, I'm feeling the passion right now, so you better listen to me. If you get off this train, it will be one of the biggest financial mistakes that you have ever made in your life. That's how seriously I believe in this company. It's going to be one of the biggest financial mistakes you have made in your life. There are great companies online right now. I'm a part of other companies online. I've been in this industry over 10 years, and I've had successful companies, and I've had companies that were not even worth the price of admission. And I'm telling you, this is the best company that I'm currently involved with, and this is the best company that I have ever been involved with, and this is the best company that I can see to help people that have no experience online. If you get off this train, you will be making the biggest financial mistake that you have ever made in your life. And I'm telling you guys, I really, really believe that. Back to you, Tara.
Holy wow. Feel the power there, that's for sure. And I got to add, this is where dreams do come true. So I want to hand it right back to Jeremy, as I know Jeremy wants to share some stuff about the gold.
Yeah, we're Frank's coach. I know Jamie is going to come on in a minute, and Jamie's going to recap on some things here, I'm sure. We've got plenty of time. We may run a little bit over, but I think it's important that we get this message across. Now, I want to share my screen with you again, because I want to talk about, because Fridays are going to end up being Zooko Gold. Okay, let me know, guys, if you see the screen there. Fantastic. So I'm just going to go over to Chrome. Okay, now if you go to Zooko.com, you've got 44,227 people that are paid members of Zooko. Now, that's not a made-up number. Okay, it's not free members. These are paid people that are either in the $10 funnel, the $25 package, the $50 package, or the $200 package, and some of them are in multiple of those packages. But that's a phenomenal number. We've been going for two years, okay, and we bought out a few products, which I'm going to run through quickly. We've got Zooko, which is a suite. You get tools, marketing tools, and you get training, and there's lots of other stuff inside. I'm not going to go into any great details. Then the next product that we bought out was Zooko Ad Network. Now, if you look here, it says Zooko and its marketing tools is a friendly solution to a complex online marketing world. And over 44,000 people agree. Now it's your turn. Now, I want to bring your attention to this. Marketing tools, okay? Marketing tools. Now, if you're a plumber, okay, because I was a plumber, so I can relate to that. If you're a plumber, you obviously need to go and get your plumbing qualifications. That's one of your tools that you've got in your arsenal. You need your spanners and your wrenches. You need your pipe cutter. You need your blow lamp for soldering, okay? You need a toolbox. And then that toolbox, you probably need to put it inside your van, you know, so you can get to and from your jobs. You need a mobile phone. You may well need an accounting service to do your bookkeeping, or your wife might do it, or your husband. But you need all these tools to do your business. We give you marketing tools. Zooko Ad Network is one of those tools, because you're an internet marketer and you're looking to build your online presence. Now, we also are bringing out a few more products, okay? Now, we're bringing out Zooko Gold, which is going to be launching very soon, and I'm going to talk to you about that in a moment. We're also bringing out pay to post, which is, again, you market your business. You're posting on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all them sort of places. And we're going to pay you to do it. But we're also bringing out a dating site. And you go, a dating site. What's that got to do with marketing? That's not a marketing tool, is it? Go and look up plentyoffish.com. It's one of the biggest online dating sites that exists online. When you look at the bottom of that page, look down for advertising. They sell advertising, because when somebody joins a dating site, they know the age of the person. They give all their information out because they're looking for their dream partner. So they say, I like fishing. So I'm looking for a partner that's in their 40s that likes fishing. Or I might be a motorbike rider, looking for a partner that likes going out on the back of a motorbike, because I'm a motorbike rider myself, and who likes to have leather jackets on, and who likes to eat McDonald's on Friday night, or who likes to go out and have a vegetarian meal. They tell them all their information to those dating sites. Dating sites are not interested in really finding you a partner. Yes, they do, but they sell your data to an advertising platform. Now, I'm sure you all use Facebook, because there's billions of people on there. Facebook give you access to that completely free. That guy's got to be stupid, giving you access to all that for free. Because he sells advertising space. He sells advertising space. Walk into any McDonald's restaurant. What's their main business? It's easy, Jeremy. They sell burgers. No, their main business is real estate. Every McDonald's is owned by McDonald's. They don't rent the building. The burgers that they sell and the Coca-Cola and the sandwiches that they sell gives them the money so they can go and buy more property. And they then sell that franchise to somebody else. They're not just a company that sells burgers. They're a real estate company. So they have a vehicle to get what they want to do. Online marketing is great to have all the tools. But what's the point of learning if you're not earning? And that's what we do here at Zookle. We give you the tools. Use the tools. We teach you how to market any business you want, whether it's an offline business or an online business. You're going to get all this training inside Zookle. But we also give you the ability to have multiple streams of incomes, because if you join Zookle and tell other people about it or help us to promote the business, what we call the One Link family, we'll pay your commission. If you join Zookle Ad Network, you could join there and just buy advertising space. If you wanted to buy what we call ad packs, we'll pay you a share of the profit that we get on the site. So you've got advertising and we'll pay you. You're going to have the ability to earn a commission from everybody that buys gold, but you'll also have the ability to buy gold yourself and turn that paper money that's worth zero eventually into a real monetary asset. Doesn't matter what happens to the dollar, the euro, the pound. Doesn't matter if they bring out a new currency called blue bananas. If you've got gold or silver and many other minerals under your mattress, as Darren says, or under the pillow or in his cabinets, you will have true wealth. We're putting a system together to give you that true wealth. Every one of the tools that we give you is a vehicle to get you to the end result. I would say your end result needs to be to replace your existing income. When you're on Zookle, I want to bring you up to the top here. It says English, Italian, Russian, and Arabic. We've already translated the site into 3 languages. Now I want to bring you over to this. There's a couple of young ladies that I know. Zookle Spain. So let's have a look at the members. They've got 147 members. If you're not Spanish, don't go and join this group, but this is the official Spanish Zookle group. Now let's just take you over to the members. And when it loads, I'm going to go to the admin. And here they are. It's Jenny Grossman, which I know personally. This is her daughter, Danielle. And this is another daughter of Jenny's. And this is a friend of Danielle's. Okay. Now these 3 ladies here all live in Spain. But what do? Their mother's English. They speak fluent English, but they went to school in Spain. They speak fluent Spanish. They've now put together a Spanish group. So if you've got a German group, you've got a French group, and you're serious about this business, let me know. And from this drop-down menu, we will be adding Spanish to this. You want to add? Maybe it's German you want to add. Maybe it's French you add. We will be in every country on the planet. And so far, we're only in 3. Plus English, 4. But we're adding the 5th one, which is Spanish. So if you're Spanish, you're probably looking at the screen. Hopefully, you might understand a bit of English. Go and join Zookle Spain. And one of these ladies here will add you to the group and start to help you build your business in Spanish. Okay. Now, moving on, I want to talk to you briefly. We don't have much time about Zookle Gold. I put up a video today, okay, this morning, 10 hours ago. Okay, and you'll find it. If you go to if you search for Zookle Gold on Facebook, you'll come to our Facebook group. Our Facebook fan page. And at the moment, I think we got, look, that post engagement, post reach 4,300, okay, post reach. So this post that's come out now, we're launching Zookle Gold. It's gone out to 4,200 people so far, 862 views. I'd like you to download this video, put it onto your own walls and into the groups. And on Fridays, promote Zookle Gold. On Monday, promote Zookle. On Wednesday, promote Zookle Ad Network. 3 things is what we want you to promote, because we're going to be promoting. Mondays is Zookle. Wednesdays is Zookle Ad Network. And Fridays is Zookle Gold. Now, as we go forward, we will be, I'll come back to the hangout. As we go forward, this is the first, and I called this How to Buy Gold, okay? But I'm working on a presentation that's going to blow your socks off. It really is. And again, I'll say it to you again, so you're loud and clear, loud and clear, loud and clear. You have a choice. He says it so many times, but probably you listen to Jamie, or you listen to me, and you listen to Coach. You don't listen to the words. Jamie says, get in where you fit in. He doesn't say, get in everything, don't worry about it, and give me loads of money, get in. Doesn't. He says, get in where you fit in. If you want to get into Zoukle, and you want to take your business to the next level, and you say, I've been working online, and I can't do it, I don't have the money, then wait for pay to post, because you'll earn money for not doing anything apart from posting on Facebook. But you may say, well, you know what, I've got $10. Get in now into the $10 funnel. You may say, well, I've got $25. Get into the $25 funnel. You may say, I've got $35. Well, 30, what is it, 25, 35, yeah. 35, get into the 25 and the 10. If you've got 50, get into the $50. If you've got 200, get into the 200. When we launch Zoukle Gold, do you know how much it's going to cost you to start? €40. Because it's gold is bought and sold mainly through Europe. Okay, €40 is going to get you into gold. I shall be bringing you out some presentations to show you how this is going to work. That could be a one-time payment if you want to be, but you may say, I want to get a bit more and a bit more and a bit more and a bit more because I want to accumulate lots of gold. But you'll have the ability to get into this business two ways. You can either promote the one link, which is zoukle.gold, or you can promote your own link. It doesn't care. We don't care which one you promote. You want to work as a team or you want to work on your own, that's fine for you. But this system, and you've not seen this system before because it's a new system. It's not a gold company. You can say, I know that company. As I tell you, you don't, because they ain't even in English yet. They're just translating their site into English and they want to work with me. You're going to have the ability to turn that paper money, and on top of that, they're going to pay you cash. Because when you go and buy gold, you probably look at, yeah, but Jeremy, I can go and buy gold anywhere I like on the planet. I just go online, search it. You can. When you buy gold, there's two things you need to have. Okay, so if I've got a piece of gold the size of my phone, and I say, what else do I need? The wife says to me, Jeremy, we need some bread. Don't worry, darling. I've got my saw. I'm going to cut a bit of gold off and I'm going to take it down to the baker and take and I have a loaf of bread. He's going to look at you and say, you're bonkers. Gold? I need cash. I need the green stuff. I need the money. Excuse me. He's not going to take that off you. This company is going to give you the ability to have that gold, and they hold the saw. They cut off a bit. You want a bit for to go and buy some bread? Go and buy a bit. We'll buy it back off you. We'll put it on your credit card within 24 hours. Now, how fantastic is that? To know that you can either accumulate gold and leave it in their vault, and they'll look after it for you and give you back bits of it as you want it. Or you can say, I'll have it delivered, and like Darren said, I'm going to put it under my pillow or under my mattress. Buy the gold that are in my team. I earn a commission from them. Every time they buy gold, I earn a commission. Every time someone new comes into the business, I earn a commission. And when I either keep the gold, I'll leave it in the safe, or I'll have it under my pillow, or I'll say to them, can you give me a little bit of that? Put it on my credit card for me, because I need to go and take the kids out to the football match this weekend, and I ain't got any money. So you ain't got to own a hacksaw, we call it in English. I don't know what you call it, them saws that cut metal. This system is a system that you've not seen before. It's going to blow your socks completely off. I will do a presentation for next Friday to show you how it works. And I've got a video that I'm going to be releasing very soon. There's no talking. It works in any language whatsoever, because it's just illustrations with music playing in the background. I shall be releasing that video probably next week, probably Monday. I want to tell you this as now. Every other company that you work with on gold, and I've looked at them, I've looked at gold. What do you need to buy the gold from them? You need the money. You need money, don't you? What about if I could show you a system that you could do it with Bitcoin? You could buy the gold with Bitcoin. You can buy it with STP. You can buy it with Pazer. You can buy it with any currency you can possibly think of. Dollar, euro, pound, any currency, whether you're in China, whether you're in the Philippines, whether you're in England, whether you're in Spain, whether you're in America, doesn't matter. Currency. You can buy it from Bitcoins. You can make Bitcoins, because you know what we got coming on Monday? We could have Bitcoin inside Zooko and inside Zan on Monday. Programmers are working on it now. We're just finishing off STP. So STP will be working on Monday. But the gold system, you're going to be able to pay in any type of currency you can think. And there's multiple ways that you can pay for it. There's multiple ways that you can liquidate your gold into Bitcoin. You could liquidate your gold into cash. You're going to have this system. There's not a system like this. Because if you've got a few Bitcoins sitting around, like Jamie said, I've got Bitcoins here, Bitcoins there, Bitcoins there. What am I going to do with it? Put it all into one place. Jamie will maybe do a bit of training on that to show you how to put it all into one place. Turn it into gold. How fantastic is that? The Filipinos are going to love this, because in the Philippines, they can walk into a local store, take in cash, and it gives them back gold, Bitcoins, and they can use them Bitcoins to come and buy into the Zooko Gold program. So watch this space very carefully, because next Friday is going to be the first gold presentation. Mondays is going to be Zooko, and Wednesdays is going to be Zookolab Network. Sorry to take up much time, but I'll go back over to Tara, because I know Jamie's eager to come in.
And I am just handing it right to Jamie, as I know he's got a little bit of an overview of what we've done today, and I want him to close it off. So go for it.
Welcome. Well, what a fantastic presentation today, guys. Yeah, I got some notes going on here. So yeah, just a quick recap. Let's start. Okay, no complaining for 7 days. Then no complaining for 30. Then no complaining the rest of your life. So I'm like stuttering now. We just want to keep it positive, people. Okay. You want to be an optimist. Okay, optimistic, not pessimistic. Optimistic. Trust me, it goes a long way. When you remove all the negative people in your life, it helps you. It's healthy. You know, it's a healthy thing, because negative people will bring you down. You know, and I've had that experience in my family where I've had negative uncles and negative friends. It's like, just go away. You know, because it's hard. It's hard to remove people from your life, but I tell you what, it's very, very healthy thing to do. And some quotes here I wanted to tell you. When Jeremy was showing those slides, who said this? The only thing to fear is fear. That was one of our presidents. I can't remember which one, but that is so important. Okay, with no risk, no reward. You know, I learned that in college. I took an econ class in college, and the guy, first day, he's like, no risk, no reward. Okay, basic economics. Who said this? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That was Nietzsche. Now, I'm not a big fan of Nietzsche, but that quote is pretty telling. But like I said, it all comes down to mindset. You want to stay positive. So, okay, next week, what did I just hear? STP and Bitcoin? Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah, Jeremy, I got Bitcoin everywhere. I got Bitcoin all over these different programs, and I was just kind of ignoring it. I mean, you know, letting it stack up in different programs. Now I'm kind of funneling it all into a Bitcoin wallet. Excuse me, and stacking it, so to speak. I'm stacking it in this wallet, so when the time comes, I can boom, put it in the Zookolab network, put it in the Zooko Gold, put a little over here, little over there. So that's what you want to do. If and it's not as intimidating as it looks. A lot of times Bitcoin is kind of intimidating. People don't want to deal with the code. You got to make a wallet. And I'm new to Bitcoin, and so I self-taught myself how to use it because I'm accumulating all over the place. It's just another form of money out there. Cryptocurrency is what they call it. So we'll be teaching you guys more about it next week once it goes live in Zooko and Zooko Network. Okay. Let's talk about gold. It's always a good idea to, accumulating gold or precious metals is always a good idea to add to your portfolio. I was once told by a financial advisor that you should have at least 10% in precious metals in your portfolio. Now, that was years ago. Now it's, I would say the more the merrier. If you can get that 10% up to 20 to 30, it's always a good idea. And the fact that we can make it liquid, okay, where what liquid means is accessible, very accessible, accessible to get your money. Okay, what else do we got here? Zooko, 44,000 paid members, people, paid. You wouldn't believe how many free members there are, but just think about it. Paid members are using the marketing suite to build their brand, promote their own business, whatever the case is. So that business model in and of itself, Zooko.com, is a fantastic model. It totally over delivers. Okay, you can get in at $10 a month and get access to a couple tools. Okay, like the landing page creator, the autoresponder, and it comes with free hosting, by the way. And then if you want to upgrade to the 25, you get a little more. And if you upgrade to the 50, you get even more. That's kind of like the main place. That's where I started. And then the 200 a month is going to give you access to everything and the advanced training, okay, the real advanced stuff. And I think Joy is actually working on some really advanced e-commerce training that I'm really interested in learning about down the road. And so, and then you can be in all of them, okay? And that right there is 4 income streams in one marketing suite companies. And then if you add on Zooko Gold, that's 5. Okay, so that's right around the corner. And then Zooko Paid to Post, that's going to come out after Zooko Gold. So that's 6. And if you add in Zooko Ad Network, that's 7 income stream. And so Zooko, it's so cool. You've got the marketing tools to create a presence, and then you've got the advertising to advertise it. So, and then you know what I'm saying? You could essentially, I was just thinking about it. You could create landing pages for whatever you want, including yourself and everything, and then you can promote those landing pages as banners in Zooko Network. I mean, hello, that's, you can kind of use both systems to promote yourself or promote whatever business you're in. So what else am I looking at here? No complaining, okay? If I catch you guys complaining, you're out of here. I'm going to block you. Now, I block people all the time. It's so funny. I made a personal video yesterday, and somebody, I'm promoting another company. I won't say what it is, but this guy wrote a comment. He goes, he goes, you're full of crap. You're full of this. You're full of that. I'm like, who is this guy? And I wasn't even friends with him. I'm like, this guy comes out of the woodwork. And so I'm like, block, goodbye. And he made an effort to message me on YouTube, Facebook, all these different places. I've never met the guy before in my life. So, not the time and the energy to try to create negativity to stump me. I'm like, that's just going to make me stronger, people. You got to turn that negativity into a positive. What's the other saying? Make lemonade out of lemons. Turn your scars into stars. That's what my grandmother always used to tell me. Turn your scars into stars. Okay, so that always has stayed with me. So with that, I don't want to drag out. Mondays, Zooko. Wednesdays, Zooko Ad Network. Friday, Zooko Gold. Monday, Darren's going to host it. Wednesday, I'm going to host it. And then Fridays, our lovely Tara's going to host it. And then we're going to have Joy and Elvison back as well, because we still got a lot of contests out there brewing out there in Facebook land. So, and while you're at it, go to the Zooko Gold fan page and like that page. I'm going to go to it myself and I'm gonna invite all my 5,000 friends to like that page. I'm gonna do that over the weekend because that's how I roll, people. You're in a great spot, so just keep enjoying it. I'm having I'm thrilled to be part of this company, and the best is yet to come. Right back to you, Tara. Or are we closing? What are we doing? Hang on. All right, we'll see you next time, guys.